You
Just be
feel?
yourself.
I don't know either. 10.
That's the best thing, man. I'm telling y'all.
Bring your mic up, Jay. Bring your mic up.
Yeah, go ahead, pull
Bring
it
it
up.
up.
I wanted to block my.
Yeah.
They gonna be able to hear you, partner. You gotta be able
Talk
to hear.
loud enough. I talked in front of
Well, I mean,
20,000.
He from Chicago. He from Chirac.
Yeah, sir, ski. Man, we in the building, man. Guys, how y'all feeling though?
We feeling good.
Yes, sir.
Close to spectacular. All right, let me stop. Put that filter on mine.
Yeah.
Make much.
What y'all got? What y'all did this week?
Man,
Productive week?
productive.
Yeah.
very productive.
I got got something big coming up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I ain't been at the gym 2 weeks.
3.
This has been 2 weeks.
Dang. Yeah,
Relax.
now he told your business.
It's been about 2 weeks. I've been working on this thing for the brand, so
Okay. And we're gonna get into that though, man.
Yeah, man.
First of all, I wanna tell you appreciate you for coming.
I told you I wanted to pull up. When I saw this, I was like, "Oh, she got to get me on there."
man, I appreciate that. Just knowing you, just being around the city, every time I see you, it's like you always have this bright smile, bro. Your energy is captivating. So I really wanted to, you know what I'm saying, get you on the show and, talk to you, man, see what you been on.
I appreciate that.
For sure, for sure. Man, let's get into this intro, man. Welcome to another Cold Game Conversation. I am your host, Jazz Avante. And as you see, we have a full house today. I'm going to let everybody go down and introduce themselves.
Well, I'm next.
Yes, sir.
I'm JB, JAYBEE. I'm in the building.
Yes, sir. JT here. Live and direct.
Yep.
Like, comment, subscribe to that joint.
You already. You already.
No, okay, they already got me going, bro.
He practiced that before.
I see. Megan Simmons in the building, y'all.
Man. So listen, JB, I wanted you to take us back to the Genesis, man, like where you from, and talk to me about, the different things that you had to go through, to mold you into the man that we see today.
Man, I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this. I was born in Lufkin, Texas. A lot of people don't know that.
Okay.
And I grew up in A-Leaf, moved to Houston. I was born in Lufkin and moved to Houston when I was like 3 or 4, and then moved back to Lufkin when my mom and dad divorced. Stayed with my grandma for a year, and I came back.
Okay.
What molded me the man I am? Man, my mama and my grandmother and my aunts, my dad too, but mostly my grandmother, they molded me the man that I am today.
Okay. What's some of the lessons that you took from them?
Cooking, being self-efficient, taking care of, old-fashioned, being a man, man of the house, taking care of what you need to take care of, being a man of your word, standing on things, and man, my grandmother used to always just push me to you want to do something, just do it, work hard and do it.
JT, where you from?
Chicago.
Talk about it. Growing up in Chicago.
It's tough. I mean, it speaks for itself. So,
What part of town you from?
Inglewood, Southside,
Okay. Like,
trenches.
how was it? Like, what was some of the, I guess, hardships you had to endure in your childhood?
Everything. I don't want to get into detail or nothing, but everything you can imagine or think of, I done seen it, dealt with it, been through it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just feel like just having y'all here, because a lot of people a lot of men aren't willing to share their story. But the fact that you guys are willing to share your story and be open about it, being able to express your struggles and be,
And I just popped up.
yeah. I'm done with both of y'all already,
Yeah.
man. Done with both of y'all.
Impromptu, I'm like, man, shit, you might as well pull up, man, get this mic, dog.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Just from like seeing you too, man. Like, I remember the first time I seen you, I'm like, who is this lefty? This nigga popping his shit, like, and doing it effortlessly too, like, right hand. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? I'm
Yeah,
like,
man.
damn, man, I need to tap in, bro.
Hey man, we gonna have to get up in the gym together or something.
Thanks.
You
This
hear me?
nigga hard,
I don't
bro.
work
Like,
out now. I don't do no working out.
His
No?
nickname is Fresh Off the Couch.
oh,
Couch, yeah.
Man,
No.
what? Not off the couch.
It's on the back of his jersey in the pro
he
am.
do be saying that
Mr.
though.
Fresh Off the Couch.
Talk to him.
I
Hell,
don't work out. I just got off the couch and gave you
Hey,
40.
that's just God given gift, huh?
God
That's just
given.
God given gift.
I done
He only
seen him
6'1"
mad,
though.
He said, I was
He listed as 6'3". He's 6'1". He got long arms.
So JB, talk about your tenure coming up as a young hooper in Houston, man. How was that coming up?
Everybody, to me, I was a late bloomer. To me, I was I was into art. I still am. I still into art, but I was more like on the geek side. I was into art. I was drawing. I was spray painting. I got in trouble for that. I was spray painting trains back in the day, and then I don't know. I was playing soccer a lot. Ran track, played football, and then 8th grade I was like 5'11", and then my dad was like he literally was like, man, what, you sprout up, 5'11", and then I was like, I'll play basketball. I was on the B team both years.
Wow.
Right.
What?
I was in 2 left feet.
Really?
You know what I mean? I was
It's clumsy. You was clumsy.
He just got good. Y'all like him.
Yeah.
But I was a late bloomer, like 9th grade, like the 8th grade going into 9th grade. My best friend at the time, who I've been friends with since I was 3, he was great at everything, and he was competitive, and he would always beat me. And then that one summer, like, I worked hard, and I was like, man, I'm gonna beat my best friend. Like this the summer, I grew to 5'11", and me pushing myself to be better than him ended up me, being better than a lot of my peers. So it catapulted me to 9th grade, and that year my mom got a better job than moved us out the hood. I cried. I wanted to stay in the hood. I wanted to be an A-Leaf so bad, but thank you, Mom, for taking us out the hood, because Lord knows. And then I went to Side Springs. I went to A-Leaf Taylor first, then I went to Side Springs.
Okay.
And, I noticed, like, damn, I'm actually kind of good. And
Yeah.
that's back when I could jump. So all I was doing was jumping over people and dunking on people. So
Talk about the competition level going from that inner city, well, A-Leaf, going to the Cypress area. Like, how was that?
rude awakening. Like, not so much. I'll just say organization, right?
Okay.
So, like, in the hood, we playing at the park. You just getting bucked. You ain't really worried about passing, cutting, or screening and slipping the screen and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So, when I got to South Springs, my coach at the time was teaching us how to, slip the screen. He's like, you always want to dunk the ball. Why don't you set, the up screen, then fake the up screener, go up and, act like you're getting the ball, then spin move and go, catch the
Yeah.
oop. And so that was also a learning experience too, is to be able to move without the ball and able to understand the game.
Man, that's one thing I had to learn how to do coming from Mississippi. Like, I'm a goer. Give me the ball. Get out the way. I'm about to get 20,
Fold
25.
down. You fold down.
When
Right.
I came here, I had to learn how to move without the ball, because I couldn't be so ball dominant anymore. I had to learn how to, get my buckets in different areas, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
talk about you. Like, how'd you
I come up. I started playing Betty, where it's called Small Fry.
okay.
So that's like from 8 to like 11. But it's like a height requirement. You can't be over 5 feet. You
Really?
hear me?
What?
For real?
Yeah, you can't be. If you over 5 feet, you can't play. It don't matter how old you is or nothing.
What?
So it's a 5 foot under league. Small Fry. I played in
That's the
that.
first time I ever heard of
He
something
Rose
like that.
played in that.
Okay.
He was actually on like the older. So I probably was like on the 8, 9. He was like the 10, 11. But he was like probably 9, 10. Nigga was playing with 15-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
we
crazy.
come from the same part.
Okay. Okay.
I did some bouncing around. I started playing for real when I went to Gary, Indiana. I used to live in Gary. So I went out there 7th grade to my sophomore year of high school. Trenches, if you know Gary, Indiana, that's where Michael Jackson from.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Gary is the real.
That's
Y'all
why you
think-
be dancing. I knew it, bro.
So I be dancing.
This dude, yeah. I knew it.
But yeah, Gary like 2 times Chicago. but nobody knew about it. So I was out there in Gary hooping. I ain't really started taking it serious till like 8th grade, because middle school, I didn't even play basketball. I just practiced with the team.
Okay.
So I never was on the team or nothing. So freshman year, I played for Coach Renato Thomas. He actually played with the Fast Number Jam out here
Okay.
at
Okay.
U of H.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, so he was my coach.
Yeah, how was your transition like going from Chicago to Indiana? Like I know you said it was 2 times
Yeah, but
worse.
it was really no transition.
No
'cause
transition?
Gary like 30 minutes from Chicago, so it's
Okay.
really the same
Same kind of feel.
same people, same everything.
I feel it. I feel it.
Coming up, it was definitely tough. So like my freshman and sophomore year, I was like the number one freshman and sophomore when I played out there. So I always played varsity. Even my freshman year, I played varsity.
Okay.
Sophomore year, varsity, I was number one PG in the state of Indiana. I was from Chicago. So then they was like, my OG was moving back to Chicago. So I'm like, Ma, you put me in a little tough position, because I go back to Chicago, I go to any school I want to go to. If I leave, they gonna be like, what you doing? Why you going over there? So I left, moved with my OG back to Chicago, played at North Lawndale. I could have went to any school in the city. I went to North Lawndale because we actually played them, right, when I was in Gary. So they came down and played. They was like 25-0. They was cold. We beat them by like 25. I had like 45.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So,
If you had to describe your game, how would you describe it?
undescribable.
I knew he was gonna say that. I swear to-
So how
knew
would
he
you
was gonna say
describe yours? How would you describe yours? Undescribable because you speechless.
however you want it.
Okay.
I know one thing, man. Every time I see that motherfucker be shooting a pill out there, all like,
Shoot your face off.
yes, sir. So what were some of the people who inspired you coming up, whether that be in the city or just in general?
Man, it's so many people. One person I have to give homage to is Coach J.
Okay.
That's
That's my bro.
man. He
Shout out to you, fam.
yeah. Shout out, Coach. I tell him I owe you my life, man. Him and Anthony Goldwire played a pivotal part in my life. He was a veteran in the league. Now he's the assistant coach for U of H. Everywhere he went in the NBA, he took me with him, gave me an opportunity. It's so many. Anthony Walton, and he's an agent. I don't know what he do. He do everything, man. Those guys. There's just so many guys that played a lot of parts in my life that it's just a long list. Those are the guys I could think off the top, only because I just recently talked to him. But especially Coach J. A lot of people don't know this, but when I got cut from Cleveland, in the D League, I was sick to my stomach. I was sick. I went straight to Lufkin with my grandma. I stayed at my grandma's house. I didn't want nobody to see me. I was so embarrassed. I was like people were like, JB, where you at, man? It was so tough for me to tell people I got cut. And it wasn't even because of my talent. It was,
Business.
man, it just
Politics.
hurt my spirit. And I had an opportunity to go play somewhere else. And I was like, man, no, I'm league. I don't want to go. I'm league. And so I left my first agent because he was, me being not understanding at the time what the business was. And, Coach J came out of literally nowhere, the dark. I was working out. I was like, it was before the summer because I didn't get picked up for playoffs. So it was Christmas time, and I remember this because it was Christmas time, before Christmas. And I was working out, and Coach J had saw me. He's like, man, I ain't never seen you before, man. I'm like, how you ain't never seen me, man? I'm JB. What you mean you ain't seen me? He's like, man, who are you? I was like, man, I'm JB, bro. That's all I can tell you. He's like, well, come work out with me over here at the pit. So I'm like, all right, man. So I go over there and work out with him. And he has Maurice Evans. He has Mo Evans come in. He's like, yeah, man, I'm starting this agency, man. And, you know, I think you know, whatever. I'm like, man, nah, I'm done, man. I don't want to play, man. This is, you know, like you know, if I ain't NBA, I ain't going, right? So he was like, nah, man, just, you know, let me guide you and get you where you need to go. So I go back to Lufkin or whatever. I get a call from my agent, still to this day, Daniel Heisen. He calls me, hey, man, Jonathan, like, I heard great things about you. I seen your film. You know, man, Jesus, why are you at home? Why are you in Lufkin in the country town? I'm like, man. Or I was playing for Sugarland Legends at the time, the semi-pro league. He's like, man, why are you dealing with that, man? Why you know what I'm saying? Da-da-da. I'm like, man, because, you know, it's over, blah, blah, blah. This man faxed me over a paper. He's like, yo, let me represent you. So I'm like, all right. I'm thinking like, all right. So he faxed over a paper. I signed it. Well, I had my uncle read it at the time. He read it. He's like, everything looked legit. He don't want nothing, really. I'm like, okay. He just wanted 10% on this and then 3% on this. I'm like, all right, bet. So he faxed over the paper. This was like the 20th. I remember because it was the day after Christmas. Coach J called me and said, hey, man, they got you a job. I'm like, huh? He said, yeah, you're going to China. I said, what? I said, man, you're going to China. I said, what? So Daniel calls me and said, hey, bro, I'm going to send you this paperwork. Everything looks good, but you can look over it again. Fax over the paper. The first thing I saw was like 0000000. I said, huh? I said, man. He said, yeah, can you be here by December 28th? I said, it's the 27th. I said, yes, sir. He said, bet. Come to Houston. Work out with Coach J for like 2 days straight for like 12 hours. We did like 3 days on the first flight on the 28th. And then,
Okay, so that was you gearing up for overseas, right?
yeah, that was like my first time overseas.
Okay. So let's take it back. Talk to me. Well, tell us about your transition from high school going into college. Like, how was that for you?
So at the time, I was pretty good. I was really good. I was top 50 in the country, and I was top 5 in Houston.
Okay.
I was honorable mention to McDonald's. I didn't make the last cut on the McDonald's All-American game, but I still got all my like accolades, and they gave me like a asterisk on my name that says, you know, he didn't make it because whatever. And I still got my jersey, and I still got like this plaque, and I got some other stuff. But so I was set to go to Colorado. I mean Wichita State at first.
Okay.
And the year this is before the season, I signed a letter of intent to Wichita State. I'm like, okay, cool. K-Ron Bradley at the time was there. They had just went to the Sweet 16. I went on my visit. He's like, yeah, we need you, Jay. Like, you know, come here, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking. Everything was great. Middle of the season, I had a great season. And my one of my mentors, AAU, I played for Houston Select, Adidas team. They were like, hey, Coach Salinas was like, hey, you know, they got these food cards for you. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, Illinois wants you to come play. I'm like, man, I got what? He's like, they got these food cards for you. And I'm like, why you keep saying that? What's that? So I went on a visit in the middle of the season. I decommitted. And I'm like, I'm going to Illinois. So that transition from, you know, it was a lot of hype on where I was going to go. And I just wanted to get it over with. I was seeing how all my peers were dealing with, like, where you going to go? And I used to have, like, boxes of letters and stuff, you know, carrying it in high school. Like, I was cool.
Same. What?
Yeah, like, yeah.
That used to be a flex for real.
Real talk. And then I got so bougie, it was like, oh, if it ain't handwritten, I ain't opening it.
Facts.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
at first they was
real.
At first they was sending little
Real.
questionnaires. I'll be flossing with them hoes.
Hey,
Listen.
or the
Stop playing.
email.
Exactly.
Email your mom and daddy, man. Well, I ain't
Yeah, if
emailing.
it ain't handwritten, I ain't opening it. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting everybody hold my letters.
Right.
But yeah, that transition was crazy. I signed early to get it out of the way. And it was I think it was a smooth transition. I love that part of.
Do you regret rushing that process?
Yes.
Why is that?
Only to enjoy it. Like only to like cuz I feel like I had like 10 schools that offered me at the beginning of the year like full scholarships. And then I had like 4 other schools that were big schools, but they're like, you know, you come here and like work for it. And at the time I'm like, man, I ain't coming to no Texas to work for it. Like UT came and then A&M came. I'm like, you know, Donald Sloan was gonna be there, and then Dexter Pittman, who's my guy, was like, yo, let's go to UT together. But he was gonna play, and I was like, he was like, well, we got Damon Jones and blah blah blah. And I'm like, we got BJ. I mean, not BJ. DJ Augustine. So I'm like, So I would have taken my time and like really enjoyed that moment instead of harrying it up and shit. By the way they paying motherfuckers now, shit, I would have.
Yeah.
Man, what? You wouldn't be bouncing the ball right now. You hear me? After 2 years, I got my money.
Oh, am I wrong? Just keep it real with me. Am I wrong for feeling robbed in my college years? Am I wrong for feeling like that, bro?
No, you shouldn't, because you have to think at that time everybody's push was get an education and you can get your money later.
Yeah.
But in reality, education isn't even a conversation now. It's get your money and get your education
What's your
later.
brand?
If
What you represent? What you look like? What you into? Are
Exactly.
you likable? Like,
Yeah.
Or are you posting on social media? Half of the
Exactly.
time I be mad as hell because I don't even want to post nothing. I don't even want to post my breakfast.
I just feel like now that UIL shit has literally took the love and the passion away from the game, bruh.
How do y'all feel about that?
I hate it because a lot of kids are based off of their following. Like I'm not gonna speak on anybody or any kids specifically, but I done seen kids in real life versus like what they have on YouTube or Instagram. I'm like, dang, I thought he was.
Boy, them damn edits, boy, that slow motion, chop chop, boy.
what?
It's another thing when we right here, mano y mano.
Man, and
Check
half-
up the damn ball.
Half of the time they don't even have real conversation. Like you can't even like this right here. You can't even hold the conversation with them. Half the time they sitting there on their phone. You talking to them, yeah, nah. You see what I'm saying? It's a big difference. But now with you guys coming, like it's like, man, y'all need to realize like there's more to y'all than just this. What's gonna happen if you don't make it to the league? What's your plan B?
TikTok.
Come on, you see what I'm saying? Now that's what it is.
Facts, though.
Or reclassifying.
Yeah,
Like, I'm gonna go-
That too. That too.
Or you, what do you? So what do you think? My thing is like, what do y'all think about the transfer portal? What do y'all think about these kids that if they
I didn't
don't get the
understand
playing
it
time?
at first.
Yeah,
It's like, isn't it where you just go into the thing and like you get picked up? You don't have to sit out. Like you basically a trade.
well now that's what it is.
Now you
2 years ago, you had to sit out.
out,
You
right?
had to sit out a year in order to play. Now
it's
you don't have to.
Yeah, that's
It don't
good.
matter what. It don't matter what
That's
conference you go
good
to.
that they don't have to.
Yeah.
So
You think it's good that they don't have to sit out?
yeah,
Fuck no.
because if you go to a school and say you was playing, and then the next year they bring them freshmen in, and you ain't finna be playing like that, you can leave and go play somewhere else.
But that to me
And
takes.
and they got the little NIL, so when they go somewhere, they getting some money from it.
But I'm saying that takes away from working hard. It's like I'm gonna just go here.
But that's what we in right now. That's the generation.
I don't like it because it was like the freshmen come in and talk to me like I'm a nigga, I'm a sophomore.
And the freshmen kill you.
Well, I'm gonna work harder.
They leaving though. That's what I'm saying. They leaving. They ain't doing
I
that.
ain't leaving. I wouldn't leave. It depend on. Let me say that. It
The
depend on
competition level, the competitiveness is at an all time low.
Low, I understand.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
Right.
Oh, he coming here, I'm finna leave. They ain't doing it like that.
Nah, I don't respect it though. I don't like it. And I know I got some homies in college right now that done did the portal. I done told you like I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? That's
But then you don't know they situations.
no true.
It could
That's
be
true.
something else.
Yeah.
True. You know, it might be the money on the table, but we talking
Yeah.
if we just talking ideal it,
Yeah.
I don't like it.
But just I definitely agree with you, Meg. Just being a personable person, knowing how to have conversations.
Yeah.
Kids don't really know how to have conversations. I deal with these kids on a day-to-day basis. And I make it a conscious effort. Hey, how you doing? How was your day today? What you go through
Let's
school?
talk.
Let's talk.
They don't
Yeah.
speak or nothing.
They
don't
don't.
And they can't. Eye contact is slim
Terrible.
to none. Like eye contact, there's none. Like you could be talking to an adult or somebody in that position. We just had a conversation with some kids the other day. Where do y'all want to be?
What they
She
say?
bringing me in is just looking like, hey, yo, she's been where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Ask her these questions. Half of the time they be scared. But then when they on social media, they do something quick or they do a good move. It's just like, oh, I got the rest of the world watching me.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a part of that world. So for you to sit here and it's like, it's almost like disrespect
Yeah.
to the point where you're not even, not that I feel bad. It's okay if you don't want to take my advice because You might not even take your parents' advice, and then you get kicked in the ass later on. But I would rather I'd rather you know now what to expect, and you can practice your mentality. You can practice how you communicate, all that right now, instead of waiting. And these coaches is chewing you up, and you can't take it. And that's why kids get into the transfer portal. You know,
That's how I feel
They
it
be
too.
ducking that smoke.
they be
bruh.
ducking it.
I remember coming up, like, I came up, little girl used to play with dude, grown ass
Grown-
men, just
grown
like
men.
this. And I'm so happy that I came up like that because I ain't going for none of that shit. When I came over here to Houston,
Yeah.
give me the ball
Yeah.
and get out of my way.
Hey, and I'm from San Antonio,
Period.
so
Yeah.
give me that.
Yeah.
Please give me that.
So talk about coming from I guess people will say a smaller institution, a smaller school. Talk about, that chip on your shoulder because I went to TSU and I'm like, you know what? I feel like, people in the league or overseas, they don't, I guess, respect my school. And so I had a chip on my shoulder going into overseas. So talk about, did you even have a chip on your shoulder?
My mentality overseas when I went to China was I learned that you have to keep your composure. You're your money, you're your brand. And you have to, I mean, everybody here's played overseas. You know how dirty it is, how hard it is. This is my first time across the water, no Wi-Fi, no hot water. I'm standing, I'm paid good, everything, but
And you ain't had no hot water?
That's crazy.
You was getting them
I had hot,
zeros?
I had hot water, but like it'd be some days like when the storm came, it was cold.
It be freezing.
I'm like, hold on, what?
Oh, yeah.
what hot water,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
so- or the Wi-Fi
Take a
kick.
minute before it come back.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
So I had to understand that part of it before I could play the game, and I had to get stronger off the court so I could be strong on the court because I be moping around about Wi-Fi, but then like they don't really care about that. They live over there without no Wi-Fi. Like you have Wi-Fi? Oh man,
They
yeah,
don't
Wi-Fi
care.
too weak. Like come on, man. So
They don't care about
they don't care about that.
Right.
And I had to understand like I had to like mentally get better so I could be good on the court. So that was a rude awakening for me.
back into it. JT, talk to me about your college experience.
I had a ball.
Okay.
Hey, for the record, this boy got more clips
I
than
bet he do.
anybody bro. This boy could Throwback Thursday you like crazy.
Yeah.
VHS. It's like, how'd you even convert that to get it on Instagram, bro?
I got no hat in here.
Let me sitting there looking for this man.
That ain't cap, man.
Oh man, Cap.
I'm gonna have to go. Hey, I'm gonna have to look you up on YouTube or something later.
Nah, bro. Nigga hard, bro. You still hooping?
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
from time to time.
Okay.
You do a little something.
A little something.
Yeah.
But coming out of high school, I committed to Wake Forest.
Okay.
My last two schools was UConn and Wake Forest. So I wanted to go to UConn, but my homie had committed there, and we played the same position. So I was like, I ain't gonna be able to play or nothing. He was cold, so I committed to Wake Forest.
Okay.
I ain't go because I stopped going to school after the season, so I ain't had no grades. So I went to Chipola in Florida, JUCO.
Okay.
Cola, know all about
You
Chipotle.
did?
That's
I know about that.
freshman.
Wait, how do you?
Yeah, okay.
Hey man,
No, for real. You went to bro?
They came and got me out the classroom.
I went to Coffeeville. That's what I'm saying. Like, we played y'all in the semifinals in Hutch.
You know it?
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, I was at Chipola my freshman year. We was like number one in the nation for half the season. Then we lost in like, I want to say the regional or something. What state? No, state. After that, I transferred. It's crazy you say you from Mississippi. I went to school in Mississippi, Russ College,
Okay.
Holly Springs.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I ain't hoop.
You didn't?
So yeah, this was like my little sit out year, get my shit together.
Okay.
So I just went to Russ after I left Chipola. I was out there for a year. I only was there. I ain't go to no class, and I was just there using their gym. So
Okay.
Duh.
I left there. These is facts now. I don't be lying now. So I left there. They was trying to get me to play, but I'm like I don't even know about y'all. I never,
Yeah.
heard about no. And it was a Division 3 or NAI. Well, they NAI now,
Okay.
but it was a Division 3 then, just like 2010.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, only way y'all get me to play, y'all gotta give me some type of money or something. Y'all gotta do something for me.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to try and do that. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just keep going to school. So I went there. I left. I went to Mott in Flint, Michigan. JUCO. Won everything. 35-1. Mr. JUCO himself. Mr. You know.
He always self-proclaiming himself.
So yeah, I played at Mott. We won national championship. I won National Player of the Year, JUCO.
Talk about it.
And then once I left there, I was leaning towards going to Michigan State.
Okay.
'Cause Izzo now was at the gym every day. So I was already playing in Michigan, so they just pull up. I wanted to go to Michigan State, but so one of my friends from Chicago, Malcolm Griffin, he had called me like, hey man, you should come to the school where I'm at. It was Fresno Pacific, Division 2. And it was like their first year being Division 2 because they was an NAIA school. So, man, what the fuck is, excuse my little language, what the fuck is Fresno Pacific? I ain't never heard it. I know Fresno State.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he like me and Dex, somebody I know from Chicago, Coach Dex, my man's. It was his first year. He was like head assistant there.
Okay.
So he tried to bring me in, him and Malcolm. He really using Malcolm to get me to come in. He know I mess with Malcolm, like that's my homie, so I'm going to slide. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to come out there. I went out there. On my visit, they took me to the Drew, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fresh off the plane, he took me
Okay.
to the Drew. We playing Pujetta. Y'all know who Pujetta played for the Sacramento Kings, dark-skinned point guard. He like 5 feet. He was a killer. We playing him, Dylan Wright, and Trevor Ariza. They all on one team.
Okay.
Come on,
Played
Trev.
them.
Trevor.
I gave him like 42 off the plane. I got receipts too. I don't be want to be, talking about shit. Cause
He always fresh off
Oh,
some
I be
hurt.
having
it.
receipts. I be having receipts.
Bro, this is cold game, man. Pop your shit, bro.
See, you
Yeah,
see, he be having receipts. I told you he
I
got
say you be
film,
modest.
VHS.
Don't be
I'm telling you,
modest.
man.
Don't be modest because that's you. That is you.
No, I'm still gonna talk my shit now.
Yeah, no, don't be modest. Do
So,
not be
yeah.
modest.
That's my man, 100 grand, dog.
So yeah, my visit, we at the Drew. I did my little thing. I'm like, hey, I'm finna come down here, cause everybody hear about the Drew. They like, I'm trying to play in the Drew. These people took me there on a visit. Oh yeah, I'm staying in Cali. This my first time in LA. Everything. Oh yeah, I'm finna stay out here. Went to I committed Fresno Pacific.
Okay.
I ain't tell my JUCO coach or nothing. They just like, damn, what you gonna do? Oh man, I'm in I'm in Cali. Like this what I'm doing. So
Was it a difference in the style of play?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
How so?
The Drew is real.
it's you got to bring your game, not your
Got you.
name.
I like that. I like
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do like that. I like
Yeah.
They don't care about who you is or none of that. You got to show them
You
why
gotta
you
show
right
them.
there.
Yeah.
I had
Your name
I
don't
had
mean
a
nothing to them.
terrible Drew
Nothing.
League debut. Oh my
Nothing.
God.
What?
So yeah, I committed there. So I went there one year, my junior year. This my junior year. So we go like 21, 22 and 9. I take them to the tournament first time. Now this is their first time in being a NCAA Division 2. We go to the tournament. I take them to the Final Four. Mr. Division 2. Mr. Pac West.
Yes, sir.
Keep going. Go ahead. We just keeping note of this.
Sir.
My boy.
Elite 8.
Miss
I had
A, Mr. Him. That's Mr. Him right there.
Telling you, fresh off the couch.
not Jim.
Him not Jim. Yes, sir.
So I took him to Elite 8. I had 50
Stop
on like
playing with
23
him.
shots.
You see how calm he is?
Stop playing with him. Black
It's just
Eagle.
calmness for me. This is calmness.
So
Keep going, my bad.
Shout out to my boy Bubba Chuck. He from Dallas. That's my guy. He was He the only reason I scored 50 that day, because they were like, it was me and him for National Player of the Year, Division II. And I'm like, I shouldn't even be in no discussion with nobody because I'm averaging 28, 27.5 to be exact.
Back.
We was picked last in conference. We came second. I was just, it was my time. I was just in that little mode. And then my coach came up to me like, hey, they ain't giving you the little player of the year. Oh, what? Let me see the ball. I say, don't nobody ask me for the ball or nothing. I got it.
Stop playing.
50.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I was Jack. I only shot 23 shots.
My boy.
I got a
With
20
middies, lays, threes, or
Everything.
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 You gotta hit
Getting to
something.
the line. I'm doing everything.
Yep.
So I had
He
my
left-handed, y'all, and he'll shoot the free throws right-handed.
JB, talk about going overseas. Like, was there who was the man who like gave you problems? Like when you went over there, be like, damn, like this nigga here.
Overseas?
Yeah, overseas.
What's CJ McCollum's older brother name?
Ray.
Ray.
No.
You said, you mean his younger brother?
Younger brother. No, I thought he was older. The other McCullum brother that plays overseas, still playing to this day.
I know who you're talking about.
Golly, I
Can't
forgot.
think of his name. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Oh my God, this dude's 6'3", 6'4", long ass arms and crafty as hell. We played Chuck Nim preseason game. Chuck had
Is it Eric McCollum?
Eric.
Yeah, that's
Oh
his name.
my
That's his name, Eric.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah.
He tough.
Oh my God! Off the plane, like they were late. I don't know, something happened. Like we played Charles games. Chuck had 45 and 20. CJ came in like second quarter. John Gilchrist was my other American. John Gilchrist.
Okay.
You just could. He was just like, like the only person I've ever seen like just be like unconscious is J.R. Smith.
Hey,
It's,
that
Like,
boy
that's
right
the
there.
only dude I'm gonna be like, hey,
Ain't nothing you could do about it.
nothing
Yeah,
about
ain't
it.
nothing you could do about it.
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. Them the two dudes I'm probably just like. Anybody else, I'm gonna talk my shit. Like man, them two dudes, I'm gonna just. But Eric was just phenomenal that game. He came in second quarter, gave us 43. He gave me 20 personally. Because I remember, like, I got him. Like, JG, JG, you soft, man. I got him, taller defender. And this is prime JB. Like, this is when I'm like, I'm actually I'm guarding. Feel me? Not me now. What you see DM saying, like, nah. Like, back then, I'm like, I'm a dog. Like, I'm like, problems. He was like, he took his time. He was spots. He was a real pro. Like he was actually the first person. Like, and we still cool to this day. What's crazy is they from Canton. I didn't even know they was from Canton, Ohio. And when I was in the D League, after that, I went back to Canton. He came up. He's like, man, I saw him in the store. I'm like, bro. He's like, yeah, I'm from Canton. I said, boy, what the hell? So like, he took me under his wing and we worked out a couple times. But yeah, even to this day, like I hit him on Instagram. Like he's still playing. I think he in the Euro Cup, Euro League, but that's one guy that just like just fits, like just crazy. And Chuck too, Charles. Even though I ain't really guard his big ass, that dude was averaging 40 points and 20 rebounds. One game he had 50 points and 42 rebounds. Like it sound crazy, but when you watch him play, you're like, oh, I see why. Like that dude.
He's a workhorse.
Oh my God.
Workhorse.
The dude gym we play at? Yeah, bro, like monster.
So how many years did you play overseas?
Overseas, 8 from
Okay.
two.
What was your favorite place? What was your favorite place that you ever played in? Competition, food, aura, energy, environment, all of that.
I'm tripping. Canada.
Really?
Oh my God.
What was it about it that you liked?
Oh my, everything.
Everything?
Yeah, I tell people this, and Tyler Ennis, Dylan Ennis, they can attest to this. I was 6 guy before 6 guy, man. Straight up.
Yes, sir.
I was sixth guy before sixth guy.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? But Canada's Toronto is. I played in the Canadian League in the CBA or whatever, and that joint was just, that it was just I didn't get paid as much as I was getting paid at the time, but it was just like great experience, the different cities, and just the vibe. Even the summertime, like I got invited to play in the OVO Fest. I was on Drake's team for 2 years, and then in the Crown League for Nike, like it was just they whole basketball circuit what they do. But the only thing is they don't hoop a lot. Like they don't we hoop every day. They don't hoop every day. They hoop like, oh, it's Tuesday, all right, let's get some guys. Friday, let's get some guys. But if they hooped every day, I'm definitely moving to Toronto. I'm definitely moving there.
What the females look like over there? Let's talk about it. Because we going there.
We gonna go there. We definitely gonna go there.
Beautiful. It's so many different mixes, breeds of women, like Asian and Indian. Like, what do you mix with? I'm Filipino and my mother's from India. Huh?
You got a good mix. If that's
What?
Indian and Filipino, that's a great mix now.
You from South Africa, but you Italian?
Yeah. That's how it be.
No
they be
way.
black,
Then you
but
go
they
to
be
a house
foreign.
and, dad in there with the white beater on, Italian dude, and then South African shorty. What? Like,
What?
Was that your favorite place that you've been that had the finest women?
for sure. Not
Canada,
so-
for
so
sure.
you saying Canada
You
got the
thinking
finest women?
Canada had the finest women.
Yeah, where he been?
Yeah, for
What
sure.
about you? What about
Yeah,
you?
let's
What
talk.
about you? Let's talk because we said we was gonna ask.
Say
JT.
Chicago.
Where you been? Where you been? Where's some of the finest women that you've seen?
Women wise, I'm gonna say Dominican Republic.
Hey,
They different.
DR.
hey.
I love DR. DR and Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
But that's your flavor, though, man.
Top two, not two.
Top two, not two. Okay.
Top two, not two.
I
Hey,
could,
bro, they gonna be quoting you after this. I swear.
Top
that's
two,
what I'm
not
saying.
two.
I would say really like Sweden for me, bro. Sweden, and they real feminine too. What do you
Not
need,
Sweden,
baby?
bro.
Yeah, Touchy
Okay.
Philly.
Yeah.
Let me give you a massage. Like, I love that type of shit. Yes, touch me, tease me, okay?
You listen, hey, the finest women I've seen. I would have to say Israel.
Israel.
Yeah,
I would have to say Israel.
Definitely
And
top
the only reason why I say that is because as much as religious as people say Israel is, they're really not.
They
Nah,
be
I-
busted
yeah.
down.
Hey,
Nah, for sure.
they don't give two fucks. Like just to be real, they don't
Nah.
give two fucks. But Israel, I can say hands down. But Dominican Republic is second to that. That you say top two, but not two. They two to Israel. I'll
Israel,
admit
they be
that.
wearing them her jobs, huh?
No, ma'am.
Who be, who be wearing them?
Ma'am, that's Dubai.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah,
Dubai,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Dubai.
They can't
Yeah, now
show no
they
skin and
listen.
shit.
Don't get me wrong. They're beautiful too with their hijabs on. But as far as without it, no religion, no nothing. Israel, hands down. I'm sorry, hands down.
I can see that too.
Hands down.
Talk
Israel.
about like dealing with women overseas. Like, talk about that. Like, what was y'all?
Oh,
really-
we don't deal. Nah.
It's tough.
said, "We don't deal with 'em."
relationship. I've been in a relationship overseas, and it was tough, But otherwise, man, I don't know if I should be saying this. Like,
Well, I've never been in no relationship overseas.
but how you do it overseas though?
I had a ball
Yes, sir.
every time.
Had your time.
Okay, bet. Yeah, you have a ball. You got to have
very-
a situation.
Very respectful.
An understanding, if you will. Hey, look,
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Come on now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? So what's y'all's mindset on the difference of women overseas compared to when you come back
I
home?
knew you was gonna ask that.
No, it's
They love you overseas.
They love you.
They
They go.
do.
They
They
go wash
do.
your clothes every day.
They
go
come cook for you.
all day. You
What
clean
else?
get.
your
What else?
apartment. They clean your
They
apartment.
go shut up.
Mm-hmm.
They not gonna ask no question.
No
And they just
question.
gonna sit there and make sure you good.
And they just go love on you.
They gonna make sure you,
You
are
good,
good.
for sure.
Cause you
like,
really exotic to them. Like they ain't never,
Experience you, yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you got a
And,
real one, she gonna
American?
take you to
What?
the spots. Like, no, don't go there.
What?
Let's go here. A little hole in the wall.
hey,
something she
walk up-
probably
hey,
been
walk
waiting to
up-
go to. She just ain't had nobody to go to there.
Hey, walk up in the club, be like, hey, yeah, this is my
Yeah.
friend. Yes, meet
Yeah,
them. Meet them.
I love it.
bro.
Understanding though.
Yeah,
I know. Listen, overseas they love them some black men.
they do.
They do.
They'll do anything for y'all. They wash y'all feet.
They do.
I ain't lying.
They will.
Lying.
They will.
They do, bro.
They be waiting on y'all hand and foot. And that's another place. China and Japan, them two spots.
China
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Listen,
China,
China.
yeah.
My
like
Nokia
Japan-
3390 was going off, boy, because I couldn't
not
have.
no-
China,
Yeah,
they ready to pick you up from practice and everything.
Hey, or they be waiting. They'll be waiting
Oh,
for
yeah.
you. Oh, you hungry? Oh, I got
With
you.
a- with a
Don't even
good,
worry about cooking. We good.
With a good bowl of rice.
Mean ass lo mein or some
Rice
fried
every
rice,
day.
man.
She said mean ass. Oh man.
Hey, listen. That's what they do. They'll do that.
Let's kind of shift gears right now. JB, man, we some workers, dog. Talk about your brand, man. Like, talk about what ignited you to start We Some Workers.
Ignited it. So back in the hashtag era, that's how old I am. I had this Wale song I was listening to. It's called Workaholics. And at this time in college, in 2011, it was my senior year. It was like, because I took off a year before I went to Texas Wesleyan, because my mom had got sick, so I took a year off, took care of home. I didn't think I was going to play no more, and that's how I met Goldwire. Long story short, Goldwire got me into Texas Wesleyan, number one. There was number 3 before I signed. They got to number 1 when I signed, just saying.
Pop it.
Number 1 recruiting class, not actually playing.
Okay, cool. And I went there early, and as soon as I signed, I got there like June 13th or something like that. The coach came down, packed up all my shoes. Packed up all my shoes, and we went to Texas Wesleyan. I had a little buzz on me on campus, so I was staying in the freshman dorms, because nobody was there. And I had did like an interview or something. I said, We Some Workers. I said, We Some Workers or something like, We Some Workers. I had said something. And so somebody put hashtag We Some Workers outside my dorm, the dorm concrete. So I'm like, what the hell? So I started hashtagging on Twitter. That's when I was tweeting, We Some Workers. You know what I'm saying? And so it started off just that. It just started off as like, back then you had your little saying. So that was like, We Some Workers. I got to get a bucket like, We Some Workers. I'm always in the gym. And so fast forward, 2000 and like,
12.
nah, not that close. It was like maybe like a couple years. I was in Vegas, and my boy was like, "Man, why don't you start a brand, bro? You got a huge following. Like you be drawing and shit, bro. Just like put some shit on the shirt, bro, and just see how it go." And I promise you, like I had did that, created the little reef logo, put on the shirt, sold out. I was like, "Damn, that's some good chicken. Like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?" So then I was like.
Hey, y'all, he only had 10 T-shirts at the time.
I didn't say the number. I said I sold out. You feel me?
Man.
Hey, listen. And real talk, it literally happened like overnight. I was just like, you know what? I like doing this. Like while I was overseas, I was like, let me just create some designs and stuff. So I was overseas creating designs and putting it out there. And then, man, it just kind of like caught. Like, wow, I was fortunate that it kind of like just. Like, dang, JB, you got, and then the shirts, and then I was like, man, fuck shirts. I want to do hoodies. Then did hoodies. Like, man, let's do hoodies and shirts and hats and pants, jumpsuits, tech fleece, socks, bean bags, coffee mugs. Like, and it just started boop, 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 boop. And then, I got a great team around me that I still have to this day that kind of pushed the pendulum forward. And I'm just like, shoot, let's rock.
Yeah, and it's a real live brand too. It's not just no clothing brand. Like you got it's a real message. And I would say just giving you your flowers, bro, because every gym you go to in the city, like somebody gonna have on that worker stamp. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas really got Houston a lot with this shit. So I'm just giving you your flowers, bro.
Appreciate it.
Real rap, for real.
The way I feel like I had like damn, this is real. So Marcus Hall was playing in the Drew League, and he was wearing the socks and I think he had on tights or something. And he had did like a sequel on him, like he was getting buckets this game, like he just scoring in my socks or whatever. And somebody reaches out to me that's a rep for Nike, and they're like, "Hey man, I seen you doing your thing, blah blah blah." And that's how I met who I met now. I can't say their name on camera. The silent investor, and works for Nike, and he reached out to me about. I'm like, huh? I thought it was fake. I'm like, you want to do what? He's like, yeah, man, and we chopped it up, and then I'm just like, damn, I like, oh, y'all want to do this? Like, y'all thinking about this, and we moving pieces together to create something bigger, than what I'm doing. And actually, my whole motto throughout this whole time with We Some Workers is to kind of like bring back the work, like we talked about earlier, about how the work is not being appreciated in the younger generation. Like, you don't want to work hard for nothing. You just want to. Hard work is being a lost art, and I just feel like I want to bring that back, that grittiness and that, like, like you said, just give me the ball and let's get to it. Like, let's not work out on 50 moves all day and not get better. Let's talk.
Right.
Let's actually communicate and actually, just get with it. I'm a person of hard work. I've came from hard work. Like, my background from coming up is like I wasn't always the most talented up until a certain point, so I had to work hard to get where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Especially the transition from not playing to this. Like, I have that same competitive spirit about my brand. Like, I'm constantly learning. Like, when people be thinking I'm taking trips on Instagram having fun, I'm actually going to seminars and like being invited to like Google and entrepreneur seminars to learn and stuff, and meet and greet people and actually get to pick their brain. Like, I went to New York this past week to an actual seminar to get to learn some of the people that Joanna, who owns Knicks, who just got bought out for $400 million, over $400 million, and sold 51% of her shares, majority shares, and she started it's period panties. Like, she started the period panties in Northern America. Anyway, I got to have a chance to tap in with that and understand how that goes, and she started somewhere very small in boutiques.
Right.
8 years ago, I think, and now she's worth over $400 million. And so
That is like nuts.
Like, to see that person and like see how they're doing, it's like, dang, like, why can't I do that? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm pushing for.
Okay. Being a pillar in the community, right? We kind of talked about this a couple of days ago. A lot of people come to you for that tutelage, like, hey, they want to build a brand. So how would you like tutor that person? Like, what would you say? What would you tell the person who is seeking to build a brand? Like, how would you take them down that process?
Well, first off, you gotta take me out to eat, man.
For sure.
You gotta do me lunch, man, because the knowledge I be giving some people, man, I be feeling bad because I give them the knowledge and they don't do nothing with it. But
I might have to take you up on that because I might have to ask you some questions.
No, I feel this way because I give free game out all the time. Like, what I'm learning is my time as I'm learning. Like, my time is precious. Like, it's money. Like, me sitting down, like we talked about, it's like, all right, I'm willing to help you. Like, all right, bro. Hey, bro, I'm trying to start this, and I want to start this record label. I need this logo with a skull. All right, bet. So what's the skull mean? I don't know, man. Put some shit together, make it like red and black, and then put some circles on it. It's like, oh, what it mean though? Like, I don't know, bro. I was thinking like you help me with, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't coming with me no idea. So like, at the end of the day, it'll be my idea, So you ain't, what we said, do the work, do the research, figure out what you want to do and how to do it. Then I'm willing to help, So at this point, I don't even deal with people that ain't serious about it because I've helped so many people start a brand and they don't like continue it, and I'd be mad at it. So many guys, I'm gonna just be frank about it. So many guys that I've helped in Houston start something from Shopify on up, and they don't even do nothing with it. And I get pissed off because I'm like, damn, like, I done helped you out, free game. So now, man, the price. This the price. Like
Right.
you see how I'm doing it. I ain't got no problem.
Right.
Like I'm not one of them guys. Like I'm very approachable. Even like DM me. Like I'm answering your DM. Like yeah, bro, it's easy. Just I mean, it's not easy, but I can walk you through it. And then once I do that, like it's free game. Like I'm not gonna not help you because I'm doing clothes or I got a brand. Like
Yeah.
you can have a brand too. Like you can have a brand. I'm willing to help you. It's so much money out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be out here to be made, but there's also you might have a different audience than me to reach out to somebody, a younger person, to help motivate them be great. So I don't have to be the only great person to talk to every youth or every person in the world. You can have your own thing going. You can have your own thing going. We all can have our own brand, but we all speaking to different audiences. So I'm willing to always help somebody to help the youth because I believe in that. I believe like them guys are like the next generation up. So
Right.
that's and plus my son. Like I look at that little dude, I'm like, man, I need to leave you something. I need to have something around you, so you can look at something, even if it ain't me. If it's JT, you know what I'm saying. You understand like what that is, and you know what I'm saying. So for the brand, I just try to, represent that hard work, and I try to help as much people as I can. Free game, but y'all niggas gotta do the work first, man.
I feel that, man. A lot of people come to me, Jazz, what do you do to start your training? How do you start the podcast? What do you do? First of all, what are you doing? I don't see no motion. Your page is on private. What are you doing with your life?
First strike.
That's the first thing. Like, I don't even see what you're doing, bro. So it's like my grandma told me, ain't nobody gonna want to help you if you ain't helping yourself.
Amen.
True. That's
Help
facts.
yourself first, okay? Don't be coming asking for handouts. Put in the work first. Somebody see, okay, you got some motion, then let me come in, let me help you out a little bit. I see, you know what I'm saying? I see you taking the initiative though. You feel me?
Facts. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Talk to him.
So what's next? What's next for you, JB? What you got next going?
What's next? $250,000.
Let's go.
That's next.
Yeah.
But future wise, like within the next like 5 years, we've been silently working with different colleges. One of my dreams is to be like one of many black sponsors to a college, like athletically, like
Athletic
Jordan
gear.
Brand, other black.
Let's see what we got.
Dennis
going.
Rodman even sponsored the school. I didn't even know that. I was doing my research. Oh yeah, the Dub shorts. Oh yeah,
Stop playing.
yeah,
Official sponsor.
yeah. You feel me?
Official sponsor.
That's the Black Cats.
That's,
You know what I'm saying?
hey, that's why he my boy, man. He definitely keep the vocabulary.
And I said
crazy.
I wanted him to be himself. He really being himself over here, man.
swear.
Workers, we some workers, man. Stop playing. Official sponsor of the Cold Game Convos
Feel me?
podcast. Let's
all
go.
day.
Hey, let them know we got some little 25. What it is? 28.
25-8.
25-8.
Yes, sir.
25-8.
That's my brand.
Don't be late.
Don't be late.
Stop playing, okay? Non-stop
I
grind.
want to do we're working on having like 10 colleges that I've either played for or have friends that are head coaches or ADs, athletic directors, and having their financial budget.
The man said 10 colleges he played at.
No, I didn't. I said I either played at or I know the coaches there, the AD.
My fault, sir.
Lee. Texas Wesleyan and
Man is a
Coffeyville
mess,
are
man.
gonna be our first runners up. Having their athletic budget and starting off with basketball, of course, but gonna take over the whole thing. We're gonna design their jerseys from softball
That's
to
tough.
football, and
That's tough.
we ain't doing shoes, but we definitely doing socks and jerseys, tights, headbands. We're gonna do the whole nine, and that's one of my goals to do, and we're working on it. We're pushing forward, and after that, I want to be, if not Nike, but bigger than Nike, and then actually have a corporation where, we got something black owned. One of the guys that I actually look up to is actively black. Like,
Yeah.
I hit him up on Instagram, and he hits me back sometime. I know you're busy, man, but I pick his brain a lot of times, and I definitely give him his flowers when need be, man. He actually inspires me to like be a black man in that scene and take over. Like
Laney
I think he was
Smith.
man,
Yeah, Lenny Smith.
awesome. He's awesome, man, and actually he's actually a down to earth guy. When I first met him at Travis Scott thing we had downtown, it was like a Travis Scott thing or whatever, and we were outside of his tent or whatever, and he came over. And he's like, "Man, I seen you been doing your thing, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Damn, like we some workers." Like, "Yeah, man, keep doing your thing." He gave me some words of wisdom. I'm like, "Damn, I ain't even." Like, that's what's up. And then after that, I try not to be like no groupie and like hit him like, "Hey, bro, blah blah blah." But like,
Yeah.
I be like, "Man, I see you doing your thing.
Show
man.
the work.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
I see you
Right.
doing the thing at Disney, man. You know what I'm saying? You at the Essence Festival, man. That's that, whatever. But like, that's somebody that I want to be, if not bigger, like the Nike. I want to be like that. I want to be a brand that's globally known and an example that you don't have to just play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought for the longest I was gonna play basketball until I'm 45.
Man.
You know how
Man, you know how many people say that? Play till your legs fall off.
Man, then, after 15 in the league, I'm gonna go overseas to Europe and be a Tony Kukoc and play.
Stephon Marbury.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm gonna do that, but,
Yeah,
and,
man.
and show people that you can transition and do something else. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? I have to understand to ask for help because I do a lot of hands on, and I love that because like it's like I gotta get this out. I gotta you gotta.
That's your
feel
work
me.
ethic. Yeah,
I
that's just
gotta
your work
get this
ethic.
out,
Yeah.
But I have to learn let him or let her, do that. Let Haley do that. Let what's his name do that, and they should understand it by me, and that's how. That also falls on me on who I have around me, my team.
Right.
So I shouldn't have anybody on my team that doesn't see my vision or understand what I got going on. And a lot of times they don't. You just like one of the people on my team don't really understand, but the dude just creates great content and just like he just on it in his own vibe. But I fuck with his vibe and his vision, and I feel like that. But sometimes I can see like he don't understand. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Right.
so in your case, what I feel like the conflict you're gonna have a lot of is you have something to say, and I feel like she's using your likeness on to get your brand out versus what the meaning is. Mercy is for me versus me is for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like you want the shooting pants and all this, and which is a great idea. That's your audience. You already know. You're looking at a younger you.
Exactly.
Right. I look at if I had an older me like JB, look, this is fly. Feel me? We're gonna push it like this, work hard, blah, blah, blah. You're basically talking to a younger you, so you already know what you want to do. So keep that energy. You can't let anybody tell you otherwise. Now, what I'm also learning too is to branch off. I didn't want to do no bean bags, but my team was like, hey, you riding right now? Let's make some bean bags. The kids are playing video games.
Let them chill out. Let them chill out on it. That's
On
it.
your
yeah.
brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
I'm like, man,
That, even pillows, like
I'm like
these pillows right here. Like
But
you
this
got
is
little
great-
pillows. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm not doing no bean bag. What the fuck bean bags got to do
Let me
with-
let me talk to him real fast.
What you got?
Like, comment, subscribe. Cold Game Convo.
Let's get it. You heard him. You heard him.
Y'all heard me, man.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
definitely,
agree.
for sure. Yeah.
I appreciate that. I
For
appreciate
sure. But
that.
that right there, you already. But what you got right now, you're ahead 10 steps than the person.
And it's a store already. It's already on Shopify. It's just on pause right now.
You're ahead of the game.
Yeah.
You're already ahead. I used to have the mentality I gotta have this, I gotta have this, I gotta have this, gotta have that. Then I
Didn't
can
we just
start.
talk about that? We literally just talked about that.
Go.
Literally, literally just consistently going, man.
Jump. Just
Yeah.
jump. Trials and tribulation.
Yeah.
I got hit with a couple months ago how much money I'm not gonna say lost, but what I've learned.
Yes.
Right. Lesson learned.
Holy dude.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? Like we did like a we do every quarter we do like a whatever, and I'm just like she's like, yeah, JB, it's like this is, and I shout out to you know who you are, Miss Haley. She
To keep you in line.
man, when I'm like, yo, let's get 50 T's. She's like, JB, let's just do 20. Let's do this and let's put this on the site. Boom. I'm like, but we got this. Like, look, we got this
Yeah,
in the
she
bank.
teaching you.
Like,
She
come on.
teaching you patience.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm like, man, let's get 100 socks. She's like, JB, your socks are not selling. So we're not doing socks. Like, man, I go to the Fondy and get off 20 socks, right?
Right.
So sometimes, she lets me bump my head.
Yeah.
I'm at the Fondy with 20 socks. How many of y'all buying socks?
2.
Yeah.
How much I done spent on socks? $6.50. So she's like, keep those socks. I guess we're gonna go on clearance. We gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's good to have a team though, cause I'm like that too. I'm such a doer myself. I'm gonna just do this shit myself. It's just I gotta learn how to delegate.
I'm with you.
Who's doing? You gotta learn how to delegate. Who's gonna be doing what?
Yeah.
You might not. You might have a team, and then there's some people that you designate to a particular role, and you be like, man, forget all that.
Right.
What
You gonna say, JT?
What you
Talk.
gonna say, JT?
Talk about it.
Nah, this off subject. I was finna. Y'all like men too?
No.
What? What you gonna say?
Y'all.
That was
Very random.
Hey, that was so random. But why did you ask that?
I'm a very random person. Yeah. So whatever's on my mind,
Those-
if I'm gonna say that shit, I need to say it.
No, you all right.
No, JT.
That's good. That was
John
totally.
is wild, man.
I just be thinking,
He
you know.
said be himself. He said be himself.
I rock with it
I can't be
though.
nothing
I
else.
rock with it. Hey, I've been like that since a jit, baby.
Now I've been wanting to ask y'all anyway. You
Yeah,
know?
let's talk- we can
I've
talk
been
about it.
saying
Listen,
y'all
we having a full blown conversation. We just ain't asking the questions. Y'all can ask us too.
Yeah.
See, I
been
started.
Factuals. Let's talk about it. What you want to know? What you
Wait,
want to know?
How do you get through it though? Like, how do you get through not doing everything by yourself? Because it's a struggle for me. Like every morning, in the meetings we have sometimes, it's a struggle.
I get through it by just knowing how to reserve my energy, because if I continuously go, I'm a burn out. So just learning how to trust, and it's a daily thing for me. Okay, I'm gonna trust this person to do this edit. I'm gonna trust this person to do that. So it's just it's a conscious.
I'm gonna trust this person
Yes.
to do the edit. I'm gonna trust this person.
But y'all gotta know people not gonna work as hard as you.
No.
Especially if it's your shit. They expecting you to do the most work.
Yeah.
And that's why some folks choose to do it themselves.
Yeah.
They rather be, okay, I'm going to designate me to do this. I'm going to designate me to do that. And you
When you
constantly
think about
put,
it,
yeah.
They start like figuring it out for you. They go think that I need 80%.
Man, what? No, and that's where I think
60%.
that's the issue. That right there could be an issue too.
Yeah.
No. See this bit. So I was like, when you be humping, like,
What you be doing?
yeah, like, like do the strap be like the last buckle, like what, like the last
Oh
loop?
my God.
Like,
And the crazy part is,
you hold it together like-
and you know what's crazy? Some niggas will do that. They'll ask them questions and they'll use it against the girls that they think they can switch back. They will do that. Some guys will act like how you asked us that question. They'll either flirt, they'll go even deeper, and then they'll see how far you'll bite. And if you bite even just a little bit, most guys be like, I already know she like niggas just a little bit. We gonna see where she at.
But
Nah.
some women be willing
Asking my
to
sister
try
just
it.
to be nosy.
And most women who are like that, sometimes they have not been with a man before, which is understandable. But if they have and they just like, I didn't like it and I switched up, then she ain't never going back. Let's just put it like that. She ain't never going back.
Oh, fellas, I got a question. Why do some of y'all feel like y'all can bag the masculine presented woman? Like, what is that? Like, I'm not saying y'all specifically, but why do men approach masculine presented women? What is it?
The challenge.
Yeah.
They just want to spar, and then like shit. If I come up on the end of the
Hey,
rainbow, it's
my mama, 'cause look.
it's some gold. I'm good.
Cause
I'm done
y'all
with
might
these
not go,
niggas.
but somebody will go.
Yeah, somebody, come on now.
There you go.
I ain't gonna miss 100 in a row.
Hey,
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
that's for real though. Now, I would have tried you in college, but I wouldn't have went that far. We would have been hanging out every day because I know you finna get the girls, and I know I'm finna get them.
Yeah,
You would have tried it, then set it up for something else.
Yeah.
Like, JT, stop playing, JT. Stop. Like, all
Let's
right, well,
go-
bet.
Matter of fact, let's go get.
Yeah. Well, come on. You my sis there.
Let's
Come on,
go.
sis.
Yeah, that's what it be on.
And that's
Like,
and honestly, like my experience in college was like that too. Especially like with the football players. They be like, Meg, what you doing tonight? Nothing. You trying to hang? No.
We know you finna have some girls over
Yeah,
there.
like I know you finna have all these fine females over here. Why? Do y'all want to come? They be sitting on the couch just like y'all.
Yeah.
We interacting. I ain't looking at nobody. Y'all can look.
Yeah.
They just my friends. They be like, man, you ain't touched none of them. No. I respect women too much. I respect myself too much to be like
Yeah.
looking at a woman like that. I can't. That's just not me. And most dudes be like that.
Yeah.
They be like that.
A lot of them be hot.
Yeah.
What's your type of female, JT?
Me?
Dominican, Puerto Rican.
I got a lot. But I like a lot of little shit, but it gotta.
What's
I don't got no perfect
Nah,
I can detail like.
Because you've been around the world.
Yeah,
You've seen so many. It's
yeah.
hard to be like, I like this because it's like.
It's more the vibe.
So what? So what? So let's not say what type of woman you into, because you can go by looks, you could go by race, you could go by anything.
Yeah.
What are some of the qualities that you look for in a woman?
Conversation, eye contact.
Okay.
You gotta be fine. You gotta have some nice teeth.
Okay.
The smile gotta give me.
I got you. Okay.
Smell. The smell.
You definitely
Ooh.
have to. The
love
gotta have a
I
scent.
love a
the
woman
pH.
just.
The
So what's
pH.
your okay? So that's an even better question. What's your scent? You like a
My
strong? You like a strong out of the shower smell? You like a sweet floral type smell?
Out the shower, sweet, floor, whatever you just said.
As long as it smell good. As long as it smell good.
Smell good, taste good, feel good. You hear me?
Amen.
I hear you.
Hey.
So you like it fresh out the sour? You don't like it a little marinated?
I mean, probably it depends on how
If
I'm
it's
feeling.
my-
If
yeah.
I got that drink,
If
yeah.
it's yours,
Yeah.
if it's yours, that's
If you
different.
got that drink, yeah, it's mine
Yeah.
for sure. But
Yeah.
if I got that drink in me, I'm very vulnerable.
Very vulnerable.
Might not make it in the house.
Yo.
Heavy on the spontaneous.
Heavy on
Okay.
the spontaneous.
Another question. So, do y'all prefer a woman who can cook? Who can, like, when I say cook, I don't mean like, oh, she making me some meals, like meal
$100.
prep. I'm talking about like cook. Okay. Okay.
Over what? I thought you had another.
I'm just saying cook. Like, you just like a girl that
I'm
can
getting
cook
on
anything,
all the time.
or just she's like, okay, she can make the same thing every day. She make a one meal, that same thing
I
every
better
day.
throw down.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like salmon bites and shit. You know.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, look, salmon croquettes and shit.
So
He
what's
ain't
a
lying, dog.
hey? So listen. So what's a deal breaker though?
Yeah, what's the deal
Off
breaker
the
for you?
rip, what's a deal breaker?
Breath stink.
Oh yeah.
I pay attention to how she walk. You know, cause you gotta walk a certain way when you on the side of me, cause I know how I'm stepping.
Yeah.
The way you walk, just your aura. You know,
Yeah.
just how you
I love-
carry
yeah,
yourself.
The woman, the way everybody appeals to the woman. Like when she
Yeah.
walks somewhere, how people react to her. You feel me? Like,
And if you friendly as hell to all my homies, I don't like that.
I did. Nah, I feel you.
Make sure y'all drop this.
I feel
I know what he about to.
Motherfucker need to hear this.
Don't drop
I've
this
been
shit.
waiting to talk about little shit.
Incident, man.
Yeah.
So what is your biggest pet peeve about a woman? What's your biggest pet peeve?
Cleanliness for me, dog.
Yeah, clink.
My mom always say if she don't keep her kitchen clean, she don't keep her kitchen clean.
No bad.
Ooh. Okay. You said that from your soul. I'm sorry. You said that from the depths.
He been waiting to get that
You been
out.
waiting to get that out from the
Make sure
depths.
we post this.
Clipping that up for
Man.
sure.
Sheesh.
But what is it? Because I've heard a lot of men that say that. It's like, y'all don't like cleanliness. I get it. A lot of men aren't affectionate. But what does affection mean to you? What is real affection to you?
I say for me, it's just, I don't want to get too deep, but like as a black man in America, I could come home and have peace. I'm outside of my home. I'm dealing with so much, so many odds are stacked against me. As soon as I step out, come home, I just want peace.
Yeah.
That's affection in itself.
Peace and a meal.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
nigga here.
I knew he was going to say the
He
meal.
eats. He eats
Nah, I
good,
eat.
man.
And I throw down.
Yeah, I throw
I
down too.
nah.
Fellas, what brings y'all peace? What brings you peace?
Silence.
A lot of women don't understand that. It's just because we not talking does not mean that we're upset. It just means like we peace. I don't want to say like women don't understand, but it's like sometimes it's like it's a lot of noise outside home. just the city, the honking in the horn, the bickering. You at the gym, niggas talking shit. Then you get pulled over, maybe. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much. So when they come home and I shut the door, it's like white. I call it white noise. It's like it's not quiet, but it's like that.
Irking.
So it's
Piercing
like
noise, yeah.
that's peace, and then just I said this the other day. Being proactive. Doing
Man,
things where I don't have to say
take a
like,
sip of my
"Hey,
wine
babe,
to
listen,
that."
listen, I know you tired. Go in there and play the game, but I got this outside. Just warm it up when you're ready. I'm gonna go to
Hey,
bed."
Jazz, what did we have a conversation about that?
We talk about this, bro.
We talk about this all the time.
Proactive. That's like a trait. Like when women have that trait, that shit is like, oh my god, I gotta keep her. Like and then it makes us do things. It's like, oh dang, I wake up, man. Let me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm in
Go
the store.
grab
Let
some
me-
flowers or
Yeah,
something.
let me, you proactive? Oh, you taking care? Man, let me get it. I got you. But you hungry?
Might put a little meal together. Or something.
Hey, you feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wine.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
understood.
Not
That's
even
understood.
materialistically, but just it's like, hey, man, I saw that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Or better yet, let me cook. Let
Yeah.
me cook for you since
Yeah.
you did it the past week. Yeah.
and then learn to let a nigga do something for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, no, you ain't got. No, I got it. I said it. I got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because I think in our society now, like, I think there's this mindset for women, black women, to be way more independent. Oh, man. It's a struggle. It's a struggle to allow. It doesn't matter whether it be black, white, whatever. It's a struggle for a woman to allow a man to be able to, like, take care of them. But like when me and Jess had a conversation with before, I had told her I'm one of those people. I'm one of those proactive people. If I know you got to be to work at 8:00, I'm up at 6. I'll make you breakfast. If I know you're gonna be at the office all day, okay, I'll make you lunch or I'll bring it to you.
Great.
When I know you gotta, you see what I'm saying? When I know you gotta do that. By the time you get off of work, if I'm done with work, bet I'll make dinner. But I would expect that you do the same thing for me. If you don't, am I gonna have a problem with it? To an extent, yes, I am. But I think that's that level of reciprocity, as you said. If you doing this, I expect you to
gotta
like
fill me up,
give me a
shorty.
little something. Fill my cup. I'm filling yours up.
And
so I need you to fill mine up.
I guess for us, it's like it don't even take much. Like I don't need. For me, I don't need a lot. It ain't gonna take much. Like, oh God, like just bam, I'm with. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
because you went like this, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
shit, you got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It's an
Don't take-
overflow. It's an overflow. It's an overflow from him.
Right.
I don't need much.
Besides peace, guys, like what makes you wanna like wife the woman? Not saying that, hand in marriage and, not all that, but what makes you wanna like make her your girl for real?
JT, because he been giving us stuff. See, you had a lot to say
got a lot
about
of
women. I
gems.
want to hear what you got to say.
You got a lot of gems.
You got your sneaky link,
Yeah.
and you got your girl that you really enjoy. Like, what is the difference of the women?
The energy, the vibe, how she handle you, how she take care of you. Me personally,
Yeah.
I gotta hit it. Come on, brother.
Go ahead, and let it out, because I know you said you had a lot to say.
Yeah,
I got some. I mean, it's some little notes you gotta cook. I mean, I'm not argumentative, so we ain't doing no arguing.
Yeah.
I don't care about nothing on the internet.
Yo, this dude's talking about the conversation we just.
Let me see. I mean, for me, the wife, I ain't.
Yeah, for me, the wife.
No,
is
it's. I gotta just go. Like I go with the flow. You know, I see how you act with me and how you moving. I'm really like off instinct.
Yeah.
I can't tell you like, yeah, it's got to be this, and this, because that shit is unrealistic.
Do you like a more aggressive woman? Or more like feminine, soft spoken?
Feminine, because I'm aggressive.
Yeah.
So both of us being aggressive, I ain't gonna even like you like that. 'Cause
But what if
I'm gonna
she?
try you. But
What if she?
I'm gonna try you.
But what if she? But what if she is aggressive in a way that keeps you in your place, to where you don't overstep?
I know that. I'm heavy with the identifying what I like.
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what I like.
Yeah.
Boy
Look,
got
what I
Jim.
don't
But, hey, what Jill Scott say? If you can tell me what to do, then tell me what to do.
No, I'm
But if
one of
you
those.
cannot tell me what to do,
Yeah.
you cannot tell me what to do.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
like that.
I love that. Absolutely love that.
Okay.
'Cause I tell everybody else what to do outside of my house. Like I'm directing traffic all day. You know what I'm saying? If I can get home, be like, babe, take your shoes off and just lay there. I bet. Like,
Yeah.
I already did it. Bet. I took the car. Bet. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's wifey. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I don't mind you taking the car. I trust what you got going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, tell me what to do.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Men are simple, bro. Men are simple. They just want their peace. Cook them a good meal, rub their feet, suck their dick, fuck 'em.
Feel me?
That's all niggas want for real.
Especially the head part. The head part.
Heavy on that.
What?
Heavy on the neck. I
heavy
ain't gonna
on
lie.
Heavy on the neck.
Hey, the love will be reciprocated.
My
Yes,
God.
sir. Hey man, JB, man, you know, to wrap up the session, bro. If you have to give a piece of cold game to the people, man, it could be about anything, bro. What would you give to them?
Damn, I want to say the same thing I said last time.
Okay. You said consistency.
I mean, that's
consistent.
just my biggest thing is staying consistent. I don't I don't believe in nothing else. Like
Yeah.
I'm seeing it, and I didn't see it at first because I wasn't consistent. Even in where I was and where I am now, I didn't see it until I just every single day just went at it, and then look up or look behind and be like, well, why isn't it happening? Just I stay consistent. So I feel like some game is just stay consistent in anything that you do, because I'm telling you, it's gonna come into fruition. I believe in that. Like anything, like if you want to do anything, you know what I'm saying, just stay consistent.
And telling people to believe in themselves.
Yeah, and believe in yourself. You should, I mean, if you're being consistent, you already should believe in yourself.
You can be consistent and not really believe in yourself.
Facts.
True.
It's very true.
Another gem from John, my boy. Members only.
Well, all right, man. That wraps up the session today, man. Tuned in to another Cold Game Conversation. I am Jazz Avante. Here with my guy JB, JT, Meg. Let them know where to follow y'all at, though.
If you don't follow me, you crazy by now. But it's the real JB 31 THE. We actually spell out here THE JB JAYBE. My real name 31.
John Taylor Hoops with a Z.
51. No, I'm joking.
No 51.
No 51. I was playing.
All right,
Fresh
man.
off the couch.
Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Share this post, bruh. Cold Game Combos, man. We out.
No, for sure.